guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great Saturday and had a good week and having a great weekend. So anyways, this video is about this last week of the low buy wax collab melting challenge that was started by Drew. And this last week was single vendor. My vendor was L3. I picked L3 for several reasons. Mainly though, I have a lot of L3 wax and I wanted to make a dent in my stash. Needless to say, the dent was not as big as I'd like, but I did get to melt through a lot of classics this week and a lot of fun ones that I found. And hopefully, if they're ones you guys haven't tried and you want to give them a try, hopefully I describe them for you in a way that, you can make a decision. But anyways, I do want to thank Drew for putting this collab together. He did an amazing job with the themes for each week. And I've even said in some of my earlier videos, if you've been following along on my collection of weekly melting baskets and the Saturday preview videos for this challenge, is I even wanted to do this, continue doing this myself with different challenges that I, would present, like coffee week or bakery week or fresh week or vendor specific. I was going to keep doing it. And I think it's a great thing to do. And I appreciate Drew for taking the time to get us all together and start it. And I'm so happy to have watched all of you, most of your videos. I'm a little behind on YouTube, honestly. I have been busy lately. But I want to thank everybody for joining in. And I've had so much fun, getting to know many of you and talking to you and all of that. So without further ado, let's talk about L3 wax. So L3, and I probably should have did this in my video last week that I did for the preview, but I didn't. Better late than never, I say. L3 is owned by Jen Westing from Oregon. What city in Oregon? I don't know. She's in Oregon. And her company's L3 Waxy Wonders. And I have been buying from L3 for a long time. And she wasn't my first vendor, but she was one of my first vendor waxes that I purchased from. And I buy regularly. I buy all forms of her wax, her loaves, her scoops, her bunts, her matrix bars, bougie bars, all of those different things. I'm finding more. I love her scoops. I love her scoops. I like her hard wax too. I like her loaves, but sometimes depending on the mood I'm in, scoops give me that punch of scent that I'm looking for. But I made a point to melt everything that I put in my basket this week. This is my basket that I'm going to dump out here. And I succeeded. I really did, guys. I had a good week. And I know a lot of you comment on my videos, and I am behind right now on responding to your comments. I'm sorry, I've been busy this week, so that's on my to-do list for today. I usually have somewhere to go on Saturdays, but not today. I'm doing all of that stuff tomorrow and later on in the week. If you do know, my husband did have surgery, and he still has his boot on, and he can't drive still, so I'm still chauffeur for a couple more weeks, but pretty soon he'll get his pin out, and he has a pin sticking out of his toe. I don't know if any of you know anything about orthopedic surgery. That's what I do all day long, so I know a little bit about it, more than the average bear, I'll say. But anyways, he had his surgery and healing up nicely, and everything goes good. He'll get his pin out and he can, fly away from the nest by himself whenever he wants to. He was telling me, I miss having the ability to just drive, Ashley, but it's nice to know that he would do the same thing for me, of course. I had hand surgery last year. On my dominant hand, my right hand, I had carpal tunnel release surgery done, and he had to help me with a lot of shit last year. But when we met in 2011, and I had shoulder surgery on my left shoulder, I had shoulder surgery in 2012 or 2013, I can't remember, early on in our relationship, and he helped me a lot, because if you've had shoulder surgery, it's one of the most difficult surgeries to recover from, in my opinion. Of course, it's not spinal surgery, it's not brain surgery, but you really don't realize how much your shoulder works for you every day until you can't use it. And I'm not going to go into detail on all that, but shoulder surgery sucks. I know Catherine is getting ready to have shoulder surgery coming up, and I don't quite know what she's having done, but shoulder surgery hurts. I'm sorry to tell you that, if you didn't already know that. But okay, I do have a couple of housekeeping things first. I say housekeeping, I sound like I'm a manager at a job. Before I get into wax, just some Bath and Body Works items that I used up this week. I finished a couple of body creams, guys, believe it or not. One of my New Year's resolutions was to use Bath and Body Works cream or lotion on my body after my shower every morning, because I have too much of that shit built up that I'm not using. And I'm on a diet from Bath and Body Works, really, on body products and such. Because I have a lot of it. I'm trying to use my stash. So a couple of these are several years old. This is Twisted Peppermint. This was cream. And I will say my body loves cream in the winter, but when summertime comes and the temperatures warm up, especially here in Utah, they just melt on my body and is, you know, sticky, and I use lotion in the summertime. But this is Twisted Peppermint, and you've heard me talk about this scent many times in other videos if you've watched in soap or wallflowers. This is cool peppermint, sugared snow, vanilla buttercream, and fresh balsam. And honestly, I'm a little tired of this scent right now, just because I've used this so much. I've used the body wash, I've had the soap. I wanted to get it out of my system, so I'm pretty good not using any more Twisted Peppermint until this coming winter. So I finished that up, and then I finished up this Black Raspberry Vanilla. These notes are fresh raspberries, vine-ripened blackberries, vanilla orchid, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere woods. This one, I like this, and I will tell you, pre-COVID, this smelled differently to me than it does now. This right now smells just like raspberry. Before COVID, when I had that last year, I could smell more of the sandalwood, the cashmere woods, kind of that yummy, you know, comforting smell. I don't get that in this. And side note, Marty thinks this smells like vinegar. I don't know what he's smoking at that time when he told me that, but this does not smell like vinegar to me. Not even to me, with this being one of the things that my smell has changed on. So those are finished up. I also finished up, I put a new wallflower in the bedroom here, you know, right next to me. I'm in my dressing room, wax storage room, just one of our bedrooms here. Winter, because, you know, spring is coming up here in a few weeks. I think it's in March, or is it in April? I don't know. It's coming up. It doesn't matter. These notes are white woods, pine needles, and sparkling clementine. And this has been around forever. I love this scent. I always have it. This is the last wallflower I have, actually. So this coming fall, when they come out, I'll have to stock up a little bit. But I put this in just as a last hurrah to winter. I don't like winter. I hate the cold. I hate the ice. I don't like winter. But last item I used is, this was delicious, loved it, and Marty approved. This is White Cranberry Cabernet Soap. I love this marble effect on this soap bottle. I love it. It's mainly the reason why I bought this. I love the marble. I've actually had this on my nails before. My artist, my nail tech, can do marble. She's brilliant. If you can't see, I have tortoise shell on my nails here with this. I don't talk about my nails very often, but I know a couple of you have commented on it. This color is called Nina Cherry. It's by a brand called Luxa. And then this is a tortoise shell. It's actually a foil that they have to clamp down onto the nail. It's a process, but these are my own nails. These are structured nails, so they're tough like acrylic, but they're my own nails. And anyways, I have had marble on my nails, and they're beautiful, and I might have it coming up this summer. So if you're into nails, if you like all that stuff, if you want me to tell you more information about what colors are on my nails and that, I can do that certainly for you. No problem. Just let me know. Okay, these notes are white cranberries, jasmine petals, and blonde oak wood. This is yummy, delicious. I only bought one of these. I wish I would have bought more. But the cranberry and the oak wood is just fabulous. I was even thinking about having this made maybe in a custom somewhere in wax. I'm thinking of of maybe putting something like this together, but then sometimes jasmine to me is a little bit too strong. It's too floral. It's got to be blended right to my nose with another family of some sort that's not floral. But maybe Palo Santo would work if I can't find oak. But anyways, back to my wax. Okay, L3. Scoops, guys, scoops. Scoops is where it's at as far as I'm concerned. The scoops last, a scoop to me, and in what I've learned in the last year of vendor wax, is a scoop is a bright punch of flavor, punch of scent, that lasts for a shorter period of time, but the throw is amazing. And whereas a harder wax, you can get a moderate to heavy throw for a longer period of time. But to me, I kind of like the strong and short over the moderate and longer, honestly, because I like a strong scent that I can smell. I want to smell my wax when I'm melting it. I think all of us want that. And I'm finding that Jen's scoop formula is amazing for that. This one I wanted to finish up, and I think I'm going to finish this up today because it is Saturday and I melt from Sunday to Saturday for the new themes. So this is lavender coconut milk cookies. And I want to use this up because this is from 2020 and it's only got a few more uses in here. But this is herbal lavender to me. I don't get coconut milk. I don't get bakery of any sort. This is just herbal lavender, which herbal lavender I can smell completely normal now. It finally returned after all the smell training I've been doing. It's back. Sweet lavender is still soapy to me, but we'll have that conversation when I melt a sweet lavender scent. Okay, this is strawberry Fruit Loops. Don't have to really explain much about this. This performed really well for me. I actually got both of these in a D-stash last year. But this one I bought recently. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, a movie from the 90s, I think. This is Mountain Dew Blue Raspberry Cherry Icy. And funny story, I change my wax at night upstairs usually and then go to bed. I turn my warmers off at night because of Poppy. And then in the morning when I turn them on, they're, nice and strong. So anyways, I put this into the warmer by the bed. And when I came back into the room, Marty said, "What is that? It came on really fast." And I told him it's called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and it's basically 7-Eleven food. But that's a great one. And I know that this has been very, very popular before, and it's sold out many times. And I thought when it was available, I was going to grab it in a scoop, just because my theory of her scoops might be better performers for me consistently. It's been proving to be the case. Okay, next we have Fruit Loop zucchini bread. I chopped up this loaf, crumbled a little bit, but that's okay. I melted this a few times, but this is a staple. I think in the pre-order that she has on right now, Fruit Loop zucchini bread is offered in either body cream, body butter, body lotion, something in the body world. This is a great one. I really like this. Her zucchini bread is dominant to me in this, and the Fruit Loop is there as an afterthought, but it's still strong enough to where you can recognize it in the blend, in my opinion. This was a great one. Next, I'm going to do my empties and my unempties. I hate that word, but I don't know what else to call them. My gently used, we'll say that. Okay, Mike Myers. This was part of the Leaves bunch sampler from last fall. This is Welcome Home Mikey. Cinnamon sugar cookies, caramel apples, and leaves. This was just a simple cinnamon apple blend in my opinion. This is kind of like a potpourri, everybody's kind of smelled it kind of thing. I was a little disappointed. I didn't get any leaves from this on warm. In the bag, I can smell that profile of leaves, Bath and Body Works type leaves. I get that profile, but I didn't get it on warm. It was just cinnamon and apple. I don't even get caramel, guys, which I had high hopes for Mike Myers. And it's a good scent. It is a good scent if you're looking for simplicity of just apples and cinnamon. That's my opinion. Next, we have Pyramid Head. This was a chunk Last fall she had chunks, which I know is a pain in the butt for her to make, but they're actually being offered in this pre-order, so snag a few if you can. This is, if you hear Marty screaming downstairs, there's basketball on, so he loves sports. That's an understatement. Can't even describe his love for sports. Like I was telling some friends, you'd think he owns a team or is a coach of a team or has a son that plays, his level of devotion to sports. But it's okay. It makes him happy. This is my sports. Okay. Toasty warm bonfire, hay bales, and pine trees. And you know, this is an interesting blend. And I get the pine and the hay. I love hay. If you've watched any of my videos, I talk about hay and how it reminds me of my dad and helping him bale hay in the summer times when I was younger and lived at home. And I don't get bonfire from this very much. I don't get a lot of, if any, smokiness from this blend, which is okay with me. Smoky's nice in certain blends. And there's, like, Marshmallow Fireside is a perfect sweet smoky scent. I love that. And even Beach Nights is a little smoky to me. This, I don't get smoky from. This is just, it's not just straight pine tree. It's got the sweetness of the hay and that sweet grass that hay is. I really like this blend. That was a unique combination, but it works. Okay, next is Raspberry Whip. This is a house blend, you know, exclusive oil made for her blend. It's hard to describe this one because it's not candy to me, and it's not jam, and it's not quite a bakery. It's just fresh raspberry. And it's very unique. It's very good. This is a really good blender. This would even be good in zucchini bread, in my opinion. Raspberry whip and zucchini bread. Ooh, that's a good combination. I might request that in the future, actually. But that's another thing I love about L3 is she asks us what we want and she picks a lot of our blends and pours them for us. And I love that. I will always be loyal to her as long as she keeps doing that. I can't get over it. This is a good blend. I really like that one. I don't know why I'm putting the empties in there so I can discard them later on. Okay, next is Blackberry Cranberry Marmalade Fresh Baked Bread. This was part of the cranberry marmalade sampler that she offered either around Christmas time or right before Christmas time. This is blackberry dominant. I didn't get any of the cranberry marmalade to my nose and maybe a hint of baked bread, but it wasn't buttery, yeasty bread. It was just a bakery note. This, I like this. This is a good blackberry to me. I like that. I'm thinking blackberry jam butter cookies is not something I really like. And I know a lot of people like it, but it's just not, I don't think it's for me. I might experiment and smell a little bit, a couple more vendors and see if there's a vendor that I really, really like, their oil that they buy for that. I'm not sure though. If you know anyone who makes really good blackberry jam butter cookies, let me know in the comments below and I will give them a try. Next is VHS tapes. Now I like this. This was a two-pack tart that she offered last year in her Try Me sizes for people who might want to try some of her house blends like this to see. I mean, I really liked that. This was like $2 or $1.75 or something. It was really, really cheap for this, and I hope she does it again this year because it's a really good chance to try out a lot of her blends, in my opinion. And I will say the best $20 I ever spent from L3 was her Try Me size 50-pack sampler of the little samples that she puts in the orders. The little sample bags like this. Best thing I ever did because I love the variety of the scents I get to smell. Some of her staples that... This is my life, if you can hear the screaming downstairs. Anyways, this is a good blender. It's all vanilla. I feel a hair on my arm. Do you ever feel a hair somewhere in it? drives you crazy. Anyways, lots of distractions in this joint today, folks. But this is a good blender. It reminds me almost of Don't Cross Streams, which was my favorite blender until I met VHS tapes. This is a very nice one. These, to me, it's still there. Go away. It's, to me, just a nice warm bakery blender. It doesn't really have, oh, this is caramel, or oh, this is powdered sugar. I don't really pick out specific notes. It's just a really good, rich, warm blender to my nose. That's the best way I can describe it. This is creme de menthe buttermint cake batter. This is from the mint sampler that she offered at her winter December pre-order. This was okay. I melted this before, and I said I was going to give it another chance, and I threw it in the kitchen downstairs, and this is okay. It lasted nice, strong scent for about 30 minutes, and then it petered out. So this is a one and done. I'm not going to buy that one again. But that's okay. And I know other people like that blend, and that's great. I'm happy that it makes you happy. I really am. That's the point of all of this, guys. The point of life is to find happiness wherever you see fit, whatever makes you happy. Go for it. Life's too short. Go for it. So this is Here's Jenny. This is a loaf. I got this in a D-stash last year. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, bakery bomb, and pretzel. This guy is bakery bomb and pretzel dominant. The pumpkin pecan waffles and the syrup especially comes out on warm. I really like this. This is coming up on a year old, March 18th, 21. It's my husband's birthday. Anyways, he'll be a year old. This will be a year old on March 18th. So I'm going to save this for fall time and melt this up in the fall. This is a nice blend. I really do like that. I'm going to move this because my foot is falling slightly asleep, and I've got a good bit more here to talk about, guys. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I've been trying to be really good and keeping the videos shorter, but some days I just have to get on here and talk to you guys and connect and, you know, really keep the community strong and positive. I really, really do like that. Okay, next we have Hufflepuff. This was a bitty loaf. And this is fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon sugar, and pumpkin pasties. This is just a nice, warm, yummy bakery blend. I don't get a crazy amount of pumpkin, and I don't get cinnamon sugar all that much. This is it's a simple fall bakery. You know, I'm wanting more from this. I think this might be a one and done loaf, but I know this is popular. She had a sampler that was a Hufflepuff sampler last year. So that one I'm not crazy about that scent. But this one, I am. Strawberry zucchini bread. I love the hell out of this, but I love this vibrant red color, but oh, does it stain the warmers. It stains, but nothing a Clorox wipe can't handle. This is strawberry zucchini bread, and her strawberry zucchini bread is different from her strawberry jam zucchini bread. I did ask that for clarification, and she did tell me. Strawberry is more of a fresh picked strawberry, whereas strawberry jam is a sweet, like a sweeter, sweetened with sugar, strawberry, stronger scent. I have a loaf of strawberry jam ZB and strawberry ZB here in my hand. I love them both. This is a great blend. I love this. I'll buy this in a loaf when I see it again. This is great. If you love zucchini bread blends, and I'm finding, since I've been into wax for over a year now, I'm getting very, very picky with what scents I order and where I order them from. That is because I really know what performs in my home, and I really know what my nose loves. And zucchini bread will always be on that list. And part of the fun of it for me is buying from different different vendors, it rhymes, vendors, and finding what zucchini bread do I love the most. You know, who has a spicy, who has a creamy, who has a great combination of both. And with L3, I'm finding that Jen's zucchini bread blend, even though she describes it as creamy and no spice. My nose picks up the perfect amount of spice in that zucchini bread. It's creamy, but it's got a little bit of spice in it, which is perfect for me. It's probably why zucchini bread is on my customs list in several blends. I love zucchini bread. It's one of the ones, it's the very first scent I smelled that got me hooked onto vendor wax. And I ordered something, I got a sample of it, and then that's what kept me trying different vendors out, is zucchini bread. It was my first love. You know, it's kind of like the first time you, what's something, we'll say coffee. The first time you drink coffee, if it's made correctly, if it has cream in it, if it has sugar in it, and you get that perfect blend. I mean, everybody, you know, takes their coffee differently. But when you have that first cup of coffee that's made how your brain loves it, and you go, yes, I love this, and you keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. That's what I love about zucchini bread. It keeps me hooked into vendor wax. I love it. That's my soapbox about zucchini bread today. Next is Axe. This was in a pre-order last year, I think. This is sweet potato spice, brown sugar, caramelized pecans, and marshmallow fluff. This is great. Yes, this is like sweet potato casserole. You can smell the pecans. I love pecans. She has caramelized pecans and caramelized pralines. I love pecan. Pecans are more of a meatier, it's me. I lost my train of thought, guys. Thanks, thyroid. Love you. I should say lack of thyroid. Pecan is more of a meatier, heartier, richer nut, in my opinion, than a praline is. Praline is a sweeter nut to my mouth, at least when I eat it. This is the same. It portrays the same in wax, in my opinion. I love pecan. It's not used enough. I love it. This is really, really good. Perfect for fall. This is going to go into the box to be saved for fall. Next is 8 Crazy Nights. This is blackberry jelly, fried dough, and a hint of campfire smoke, which I can't smell. The hint must not be in mine because I can't smell campfire smoke. The blackberry jelly and blackberry jam, I asked Jen if there's a difference, and it's the same thing. So if you see blackberry jam and blackberry jelly, the oil is the same. That's what she told me this week. This I loved. I have a second loaf of this, a little bitty loaf. I love this. It's so good. It is blackberry and fried dough like funnel cake with a little bit of grease. So good. So good. I'm saving this for the week that we do the little bits and pieces of what you have left in bags. I'm going to do that for a week, and that will be fun. Edible undies. I finished this up. This is a nice, fresh laundry blend, but I have found laundry blends I've smelled that I like better than this. This is a one and done for me, but it's a popular blend. I like it. That would be pretty good mixed with watermelon. I know she does a spin cycle watermelon that's amazing. That would be good too. Spin cycle is a little bit stronger. The Dolly made me do it. I finished this up. This is a cereal blend, but it's got some strawberry in it to my nose. I smell strawberry cake or strawberry cookie, but this is a really good one. I like this. I like this a lot. It reminds me of Cupboard Under the Stairs, which is a birthday blend of strawberry and vanilla wafers and something else, I think. This is a good blend. I really like that one. Cookie Therapy. Finish this one up. This is her house staple blend of all her cookie blends, I guess. Some of her cookie oils. I like this, but it's just vanilla cookie to me. I won't buy this again alone. I'll buy it in blends, of course. It's amazing in blends. Not alone, though. Next is Leanna's Lullaby. This is the Johnson & Johnson baby bath, or bedtime bath, vanilla and chamomile. Train's going by, so if you hear the whistle. There he is. There he is. We're used to it here now, but it's kind of loud if you don't know. It's coming. This is a beautiful blend. I love this. I have two loaves of this guy. And yes, lavender, but the chamomile. This is a beautiful, 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 beautiful scent, in my opinion. I like that a lot. Next is, oh, I have a couple of non-L3 vendors this week. I was really good, guys, and I only melted 3 non-L3 this week. I consider that a success. This is Savannah Blue. I only had one little piece in here, and I wanted to, my OCD kicks in sometimes if I see random just pieces sitting around. So I melted this bad boy. This is Unicorn Cotton Candy Taco. Cotton Candy Pizzelle, fried ice cream, whipped cream, and cherries. And honestly, this was just a cherry bakery scent. This was okay. I would not repurchase this. I still don't know how I feel about Savannah Blue, even though I did order a couple of her scoops when her pre-order closed a few weeks ago, because I want to try out her Perfect Christmas, because that's my favorite scent from Bath & Body Works for Christmas time, and I want to see her take on it. Next is Destination Wax Black Currant Vanilla. This is Bath & Body Works scent. This is black currant, anise, lemon, rosemary, vanilla. Let me end my sentence. Tart yet sultry. Not a fresh berry or bakery scent. And that's true. This is very unique. When the wax isn't in here, this has a soapy complex to it. But when this is warmed, I love currants. Currant is such a comforting berry that isn't used very much because I don't know if a lot of people don't like it or it's not super popular. This is a really good scent. I wanted to use this because it was poured on New Year's Eve 2020. So I wanted to use up some of these older ones. I do have a few more shot cups that's a little bit older. So I am going to be using these up. But this, I would buy this again, maybe in a one of her snap bars, not a loaf, because I don't know if I love it that much. But I finished him up. And next we have Gain. This is more than just a laundry detergent. Clean and fresh with Egyptian musk, jasmine, lilac, peony, and citrus. I did not like this at all. It doesn't resemble Gain, like the laundry soap, at all, to my nose. I did not like this. I don't know if it's a little bit, if it has a little bit too much of the floral complex to it, the jasmine, the lilac, the peony. And it's funny because I enjoy all 3 of those flowers. I do. But mixed together, I did not like this at all. Not for me. Not for me. However, this one is. This is Red Currant. And this is similar to Votivo Red Currant. A great sweet and tart scent. Currants and red raspberries. This is so good. I don't get raspberry in it at all. It's straight currant, baby. This is great. I really enjoy this. If you like currant, give this a try if it's even still poured. This was poured 10, 14, 20. He's a little bit older than this other guy. But I told you I had 3, but I really had 4 that I melted. I'm sorry. This is great. I like that one. Okay, a couple more here, guys. Okay, this is this was a bunt of Better Than Sex Cake, Hot Cocoa, Warm Vanilla Sugar, and Cookie, I think. This is chocolate wax. I'm not a fan of chocolate and wax, but the bag ripped, so I had to put it in this other bag here. This is okay. I won't buy it again because I don't like chocolate and wax. I'm just not a fan. Okay, this is Vanilla Balsam, Cinnamon Sugar, and Marshmallow Fireside. This was nice. It was a little bit artificial for me, and I think it might be the cinnamon and the balsam part of it, honestly, because this has a lot of notes that's in Perfect Christmas, and I thought, yes, this might be similar, but when I melted this the other day, it's a little too artificial for me. But this is a good blend. I would buy it in a small size just to have that aroma, but it's not one that I would want throughout my whole entire home for long periods of time, hence why I would buy a loaf of it. That's a small size one. Okay, finally, Last stretch here. Vanilla buttercream. This was in the sample. This was amazing. This is a great, 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 great blender. I like this, and I like cream cheese frosting as a blender. This is just like putting your nose on a cake. Not the cake part, but just the frosting. This is so good. It's got vanilla extract sent to it, and it's really good. This was really strong. This lasted about 6 hours for me. I like this. That's a great blender. Next, I have Oregon Autumn. This is crisp, clean, and fresh fallen leaves with a hint of rain. This is a warm, comforting scent that I have smelled somewhere in my life. In the 38 years I've been here almost. I'll be 38 in June. But I have smelled this before, and I don't know where, but it smells good to me. It's hard to describe. It's like it's a clean, so the crisp clean, that's for sure. It's a clean scent. The rain, I don't really smell the leaves in here. This is a fresh blend. I really, really, really enjoyed that one. Really good job. Grinched, this was part of her Christmas sampler. This is toasted pistachio, vanilla buttercream, and waffle cones. I did not get one stitch of pistachio in this bunt. It went bye-byes. Between the waffle cone and the vanilla buttercream, it got hidden. This is a vanilla waffle cone scent to my nose. Good job, but I love pistachio, as y'all know. Not enough for me. Pazuzu. This is Bonfire, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, and Apple Cider. This is apple cider heavy. This has been in many of my videos because I'm trying to use this guide down. But this is, I like this blend. I will save that for my Bits and Pieces week. This last one, I have 2 left here. Caramelized pralines, cinnamon, peppermint cream, butter pecan shortbread. This is like cinnamon cream to me. I don't get the shortbread. I don't get the caramel. Maybe I get a little bit of the caramelized pralines, but this is cinnamon and peppermint and cream. That's all this is to me. This was given to me in a D-stash, like a freebie. This was thrown in there. It has seen its days. It's really smudgy. I will save this and use it sparingly, but I would never purchase that again on my own. And finally, I found a sample of Today is October 3rd and Beach Nights. Now, I love Beach Nights. I have another vendor I like a little bit more than this one, but this was a good idea to put these two together because Today is October 3rd is her all famous Palo Santo Sugar Cookie Royale and marshmallow, toasted marshmallow or something like that. I don't really get the Today is October 3rd. I get the Beach Nights dominant in this blend. And this is a nice blend. I think her Beach Nights blended with something else would be a little bit better than Today is October 3rd, because the Today is October 3rd, in my experience, usually takes over what it's blended with. You can at least smell that unmistakable October 3rd. I don't get this in here. But that being said, I know this is popular. This is a great blend for her. And I might try that again at another time. But that's this video of L3 for the last week of the collab final vendor challenge. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And if you joined in on this collab with Drew, it was so much fun meeting all of you and watching all your videos and learning a lot new blends to try. So, okay guys, if you're interested, I'm going to be part of another collab with another group of people that starts up tomorrow. And feel free to follow my videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and you can see all the fun stuff that I do put on my channel. So, okay guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. God bless.